Good morning, boys. How are you? This is Mr. Adil. Today we have a new Oxford Thinker lesson. Okay, today's lesson is from class book 6. Okay, this is for grade 6. Please open your book, page 112, and get ready. 112. Are you ready? Well, before we start, let's brainstorm. Okay, the first question is, look at the picture and tell me, what do you think the scientist in the photos is famous for? Good. famous for مشهور بيه. توقع يا ولاد مشهور بإيه؟ Excellent. He is famous for, yes, looking after the animals. He is interested in chimpanzees. He is interested in forests. That's good. Now, the second question is, do you know about any famous scientists? تعرف أي عالم عربي؟ أي عالم مش شرط عربي. Do you know any famous scientist? أي عالم مشهور يا أولاد؟ What do or did they study? Good. We know some, yes, scientists in math and in science. Good. We know different scientists and famous scientists. We know Edison. Yeah, good. He's famous for inventing the light bulb. Good. And many other scientists. That's fantastic. Okay, now let's move to this next part of our lesson. Today's lesson is listen and read. Okay, here before we start listening to this text together, we have some important vocabulary to study. Okay, let's revise this vocabulary. Let's learn this vocabulary first. Okay, are you ready? Okay, what kind of vocabulary? Here, yes, in this text you are going to learn these words. Habitat. Habitat. Yes, معناه ايه؟ مسكن. ممتاز. Scientist. Scientist. Excellent. معناه ايه؟ ممتاز. عالم. Scientist. Tools. Tools. Yes, what does it mean? أدوات. Excellent. Research. Research. Excellent. What does it mean? بحث. Yes, بحث علمي. Good. Protect. 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 What does it mean? يحمي. Good. ممتازين. Next. Education. Education. ممتازين. Education معناه ايه؟ تعليم. Traditional. Traditional. What does it mean? Traditional. Good. تقليدي. ممتاز. Formal. Formal. ممتاز. رسمي. بشكل رسمي. So these words are very important before we start listening to the text. Are they easy for you? Okay, now let's move to the listening part. Are you ready? Okay, well, here, number 1, listen and read.
Listening 150. Listen and read.
Jane Goodall. Jane Goodall was born in London, England in 1934. For her first birthday, her father gave her a toy chimpanzee called Jubilee. That toy chimpanzee was the start of a lifelong love of animals for Jane. When she was 23, Jane travelled to Africa and met a scientist called Louis Leakey. Leakey was looking for someone to go and study chimpanzees in the wild. Although she had no formal education as a scientist, Jane loved Africa and was fascinated by animals. Leakey decided she was the best person for the job. The chimpanzee's habitat was a forest in the west of Tanzania. You could only get to it by boat. When Jane was 26, she and her mother went to live in the forest to study the chimpanzees. They stayed there for almost 2 years. Jane's research became famous because she did not use all the traditional scientific methods. Instead of numbers, she gave the chimpanzees names. She saw that the chimpanzees in the group had individual characters and habits. One of her most important discoveries was that chimpanzees use tools. She found out things about the way the chimpanzees behaved that other scientists had not seen. In 1968, the area of forest in which Jane worked became a national park, which meant that the animals and their habitat were protected. A research centre was established where today scientists still study and research chimpanzees. Throughout her career, Jane always tried hard to protect and understand animals. She said, "Only if we understand can we care. Only if we care will we help. Only if we help shall all be saved." Her work meant that scientists started to look at animals and animal conservation in a new way. She has inspired generations of scientists to study and protect the animals.
Well, by this we have come to the end of listening part. Okay, so what did you learn from the text? Okay, give me short notes about this. What did you learn? Excellent. What are the main facts about Jane Goodall? Yes. Where was she born? In England. Yes, good. She was born in England. What year? 1934. Excellent. Okay, what did her father give her in her first birthday? Yes, good. A toy chimpanzee. What does this mean? Excellent. Her father, okay, gave her this present, and this present makes her love the animals. She loved the animals very much. Did she travel to America? Did she travel to Africa? Where did she travel? Good. Yes, she was 23 when she traveled to Africa. Why Africa especially? Because it's rich with animals. There are many animals that live in Africa. Okay, so what was she fascinated by? Excellent. She was fascinated by animals. Fascinated يعني she likes very much. بتحبهم مرة. Okay, she admires the animals. بتحب الحياة وتتعلم عن الحيوانات. So she started her research there. Okay, and she didn't use the traditional method. يعني ما استخدمت الطرق التلقائية أو العادية. لا, she used her own ways of behaving with the chimpanzee. Okay, and she learned some facts about chimpanzee. That chimpanzee uses good tools. Chimpanzees uses tools, and they have individual characters. Okay, so this way inspired other scientists. We can say that she has inspired generations of the scientists to deal with animals differently. Is it easy for you now? Excellent. Now let's move to the question in our workbook so we can answer about this text. Are you ready? Okay, let's go back here in the workbook, this on page 86. Question 1. Okay, in your workbook, don't forget 86. Read the biography on page 112 of your class book. Again, what its main aim? What is the main aim of this biography? Is it to give information about an engaged species? Is it to tell all the events of Jane Goodall's life? Is it to give an outline of Jane Goodall's life and important achievement? يعني achievement يا أولاد إنجاز, معناها إنجاز. Okay, so yes, good, I can hear you. This lesson is about what? Great. To give outline of Jane Goodall's life, important achievements. Do you understand? Okay, well, let's move to the second part. Okay, this is part 2. Here, what's the first fact? Number 2, read the biography again and answer the question. What's the first fact that we learn about Jane? Good. She was born in London in 1934. Number 2. Why was her father's birthday present important? present اللي هو عطاها أبوها. تتذكرونا؟ Good. Why was it important? Yes, this present made her love the animals. Okay, good. Number 3. Why was it surprising? Surprising يعني surprising مدهش بالنسبة لها. مدهش surprising يعني شيء مدهش بالنسبة لها. Okay, that she got a job as a researcher احنا عرفنا research يعني بحث. researcher باحث. ممتاز. Okay, so it was surprising because yes, she didn't have formal study. Okay, number 4. Why was it a disadvantage that she didn't have a formal scientific education? disadvantage معناها عيب أو it's not advantage يعني غير ميزة. شيء يعيبها إن هي ما عندها scientific education. لا طبعا ما يعيبها أبدا. No, it was a good point because she loves animals so she can research about them. What was different about Jane's style? ايه المختلف اللي استخدمته جين؟ Good. style اللي استخدمته. What did she use in her style? Good. Yes, she used observing style. She used to look at the animals in different way. What do you think was Jane's biggest achievement? Achievement يعني إنجاز عرفناها. So what was her achievement? Okay, can you tell me what was her achievement? Excellent. She learned different things about chimpanzees. Okay, is it easy for you? Now let's check for the answers. Okay, good. Here are the answers. You can write them down in your book. I think they are easy. Number 2, he gave her a toy chimpanzee, which was the start of her lifelong love of animals. Okay, so we can write this part. Okay, this part here. Okay, it's easy for you. Number 3, she had no formal education as a scientist. Number 4, no. And number 5, she didn't use all traditional scientific methods. ما استخدمت الوسائل التقليدية. That she was, number 6, that she discovered that chimpanzees use tools. That the area where she did her research became a national park. Okay, now we have come to the end of our video. I hope you liked it, and until we meet again, thank you and goodbye.